Hello, and welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. So there's some rain coming, but we've also spent some money. There was an old Fiat, well not old, but there was a Fiat that's got a couple of hours use. It's a bit dirty. We picked this beast up and bought ourselves a cultivator. We have a plot of land that's ready for harvesting today, so we're going to get that finished. But I figure, hopefully, this will all work and make our jobs a little bit easier. Probably a little bit overkill for what we need right now. It'll work great for our new field. For our little fields, it might be a little bit overkill, but we needed it. We didn't have a cultivator, and these ones are cheap. They're only like $13,000. I just don't know if our tractor will pull it, so we are going to find out today. Put it here for now. Come down and get into this harvester and finish off our field. Soybeans here are going well. But I think we might, if we can afford it, put in some chickens or something today. Maybe some sheep. We'll just see what we can... What's going to be cheapest for us? I was hoping to get a full hopper out of this, but I'm not sure if we're going to make it. We're just a bit over 52%. Let's just see how we go, I guess. This is the smallest of the fields that we own. I figured today we'd just try and do a little bit of our own farming. We still do have some silage up there to sell. We don't really have a whole heap of grass to mow anymore, but we do have that other little field behind us. We can mow that, collect some extra grass and just keep topping that off until we're sort of up and running. I'm just sort of trying to work out, do we put in like a greenhouse? What do we need to buy for that? We've got fertilizer and some seed. We'd have to get a water tanker. We'll have a look in a minute and see how expensive they are. I know there's some cheap ones around, so that might be a little option for us. Just something to keep us chugging along while we're expanding our farming size and capabilities. But having a enclosed cab tractor is going to be nice coming into winter. My toes won't be blue by the end of the day anymore. They should be nice and toasty from the heater as long as it works. It didn't get as much as I was expecting. To be honest, I was expecting like a full harvester or close to it. But in all honesty, anything is great for us right now. And we got it done before the rain hit, so that's even better. We are going to look at have to get another fertilizer. If we haven't got one already, I can't remember. I think we bought one. A little fertilizer spreader. If not, there's a couple of cheap ones up there. You can get like modded ones. Yeah, we do have one, which is good. Anything for sale that's used today that we need? Well, that would be nice, but we don't really need that. It'd be good, but we don't need it. Alright, we'll get this unloaded into our trailer. Take it up there and get rid of it and sell it. And we'll try and turn this field around as fast as we can today. And go from there. Just get this little bit unloaded. Go. We'll park this up over here out of the way and get this trailer hitched up. Alright, let's get this up here and sold off. 3,000 litres is better than no 1,000 litres. Bit bouncy, maybe put too much weight in the back, should have leveled it out a little bit. Doesn't it take sorghum here? That's what they did. Nope. HHA milling on farm supply. I have to go to the mill. We could do it in the train, but it's not really worth it. Alright, let's get up to the mill. A bit of a bummer, bit of an extra drive we had to get through, but it is what it is. Oh, $6 grand, it's not too bad. Can't complain. More would have been better, but you know, 6 is better than none, so. Let's get this back and see what we can get into next. We've got plenty of room over here that we could put some things in, like maybe a silo or open air garden. We have to tidy this place up. We've got junk everywhere. Alright, let's just plonk that there for a minute. We'll test this out and see if this tractor can pull it. This one takes a little while to set up. It's got all these little flaps to pop down at the back. The animations are quite cool. If it does work, it'll be good. It'll be a bit of a game changer for us, in all honesty. A lot more done in this time. Oh, she's struggling. Doesn't like it. Worst case, I think our truck could pull this if need be. It's doing it, but it's going to be a little bit slowish. Which, in all honesty, isn't a bad thing. The last time we had all that plow we had, I think that's only 2.5 or 3 meters. This thing is definitely struggling. Look at that. I think it's 8 meters, so. Not happy. Getting it done, that's all that matters. Maybe we'll have to pull this one behind the truck until we can afford to get a bit bigger tractor. It did say it was meant to be like a 250 horsepower tractor. This is only about 170, I think. But it was cheap and it's working. The crab walking gets me. Straighten it up a little bit so we get a bit better line. Missed the spot. I knew that was going to happen. Far out. Maybe it's not as good as I was hoping for. Making a bit of a mess, but get it to pull straight, it'll be alright. We'll have to try it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to detach. I'm going to try it on the truck and just make sure it's not this tractor or that cultivator. Because I'd rather sell it if we had to. If it's not going to work properly or it's an issue, we'll get a different one. Like I said, it's only 11 grand, so we're not going to lose a whole lot of cash. And our seeder doesn't actually you can't plant over the top. You got to cultivate or plow, so we don't have any options for that. Oh, it's up. seems to pull straight behind this. Maybe it's just a tractor or a lack of horsepower. Definitely working fine with this. That's okay then. That's what farm trucks are for. And a little bit that we missed. Make sure we don't leave anything behind. That bloody street sign. Must need some decent power to pull it, because this, I mean, the truck's still on the speed limit it's meant to do, but it feels heavy behind it. Oh, it worked. That's the main thing. And if they weren't meant to be pulled behind a truck, they wouldn't have had a tow ball. And once again, that's not going to fit into our shed. We're going to need to get ourselves a better storage solution for our machinery, I think. I'm going to try and squeeze it in down there, but I don't think it's going to fit either. We'll leave it here for now. We'll get everything else sorted out. We'll get this cedar on, and then we're going to have to duck down to the... Actually, I think what we'll do now is before the rain comes, it's more important to fertilise that field number 4 that we bought. Oh, is this tractor going to fit in there though? Lucky we didn't sell the John Deere. Let's see, fingers crossed. Right, let's go down to our field number 4. We'll get this fertiliser done. Alrighty, there we go, that is all done. Also, I've had a few people DM me asking about supporting the channel, so we opened up memberships. I think the basic one's $3 Australian a month. It's about $1.50, $2 a month US, I think, something like that. So if you are interested in that, just click the join button in the screen. You don't have to. It's just there as an option if people want it, and it's appreciated either way. There is perks of being channel members, obviously. Members only posts and videos and a few bits and pieces like that, but nothing that you don't. It's not going to be a paywall to see what I do. It's just an option for the people that ask for it. Alright, I think what we'll do now is we'll grab our seeder. We'll seed this little beast of a field. And hopefully, before it starts raining, we'll be able to get it rolled as well. I'll try and... yeah, we made it. That cabin's in a bit of a bum of a spot, so we might try and move that around, or maybe we put our premises on the property behind us. I don't want to spend a whole lot doing this area here because we may move elsewhere and just turn this whole plot into a field. So it's one of them things. I'm just sort of trying to stick with what we have for now. Alright, what are we going to put down? Should we put down... we've got soybeans at field 4. We'll do some wheat. Why not? It's been a while. That lowered down and kicked in. I think it's working. Yep, good to go. I'll just do a couple of runs across this back fence here because it is a pain to try and turn around with. This tractor's not too bad. It doesn't have the sharpest turning circle, but it's a bit peppy, so you know, doing the extra 10 kilometers an hour than what we were able to do before doesn't sound like a whole lot, but that's going to help us out. We may have to look at getting a bigger seeder eventually too, especially that field down there. I'm not sure how big this one is. I know there is it's a John Deere one at 6 meters. It does fertilizer and seed as well, and there's no engine power needed to run it. It just runs off the wheels like this one does, so that may be a worthy upgrade, I'd be thinking. Turning circle this tractor, I don't think we're going to make it. Well, we can live with it because it's cheap. It's working. It's probably not the best on these little fields where everything's right next to you, but that's what we've got. And it's going to get us to get things done faster. The John Deere, oh, it's starting to sprinkle rain. Oh, we can do this. Get it done before it turns to mud, hopefully. Might be easier going this way, I'm not sure. We'll just try and keep speed up and zoom around everywhere. Side, that way we're not going to get stuck on these telegraph poles and things like that. Luckily the signpost isn't there this time. We've already knocked that down this episode. I'm sure the local council will come and put it back up before next episode. They usually do. It doesn't bother me that much because they charge us that much in land fees. They can afford a sign here and there. That's what I think anyway. They never complained to me about it, So maybe it happens a lot. There's the trucks and stuff that go down there for the store. But it's not always just me. The only downside is it does take a fair while for it to lower. That's why I tend to try and keep it lowered if I'm turning around. I know it's probably costing us a little bit of seed, but it's really not that bad. The seed actually didn't go down at all through there. Fertilizer dropped a couple of points though. As long as we get it all covered, I don't really mind. We haven't had to fill this up since we first bought it. I used to have on field before. And I think we still have some fertilizer and seed over at the machinery store. Hopefully that's dry and still usable. I think all we've got left to do after this is we'll get the roller done and then work out. I'm sort of leaning towards a greenhouse because if we get ourselves a greenhouse, we can use it to start like maybe expanding into a production bakery. There's things like that. I don't know if we can afford cattle with 50,000. I know there's some cheap dairies and stuff you can buy, like little sea container ones for 10 grand. We missed a whole bunch there. So that might be worthwhile getting that, something small. Don't want to ramp up and go too big, too crazy. We can always sell it and get something bigger next time. I think what we'll do is we'll roll this quickly off camera, save you guys the hassle. And then we'll work out if we're going to throw in some animals or garden or little greenhouse productions. I know there's a few of them. There's a maple syrup one that you can put into. There's some pretty cool little ones out there now. And they run into different productions and things like that further down the line, so it's always handy. Put this out of the way. Not many places really will fit in between that door. Going to be a little bit bigger I think, but we'll just live with that because we're not driving through there that much anymore. Gets a little bit neater for us. Sneak in there and grab that roller. Actually turns pretty well in reverse, just not that well when it's going forward. Alright, I'm going to get this rolled and we'll be back with you shortly. Alright, that's all done. I was thinking about doing one of these multi-crop ones. So it does potatoes and cotton and all sorts, but this one does as well and it's a lot cheaper, so we might throw one of these in. Stick it about, bring it down a little bit away from the train line. Stick it in there, I reckon. These ones are decent. They do manure as well as water and seed, so we will have to look at getting ourselves a water trailer. Grab that one. Standard wheel color. Maybe do it like that so we don't lose it. I reckon that's how we'll do it, like that. That gets us our water. There's plenty of it falling down from the sky right now. Do we have a water spout? That is the question. I need to put like a little water well in so we can get water. And hopefully we can buy manure from across the road. Otherwise there is little wheelbarrow mods where you can buy manure from. Seeds is going to be the expense that sort of the main thing that's going to cost us anything really. Let's see if we can get some manure. Bit of fertilizer because it's cheaper for now. Put in like maybe 5,000 litres. I'm not sure how much it takes. We don't want to end up with too much. If it doesn't hold that much, we're going to have a lot of poo. I don't think we can put another trailer on the back of this, so we might leave that one there. Get our water tanker first. I think, can you get water from any rivers or creeks around here? Take the rest of those seeds that we've got sitting there. Oh, she's a bit heavy. That wheels are off the ground. We buy water from here. Doesn't look like it. I don't think there's any water like any rivers on this map, is there? It's okay, we'll just have to put a little well in. Not a huge deal. May as well use these seeds because they've been annoying me every time we get the machinery, it bumps them out of the way. Definitely need some weight on this tractor. Seed pallets, yes. Now we just have to choose what do we want to do with it. Corn, we don't really need that for anything. Sunflowers, we don't really have any use for anything, so let's do sunflowers and cotton or soybeans maybe. Let's do that. We'll see. We'll try both, and we've got to get water in. So there is one that I like to use. There's two of them that I've got downloaded, but only one's a good one. The other one's really slow. I think we should probably just put this like here if we can. Not in the way of anything. We can pull up easily onto it. We're not using this for anything else, so if we overfill it, it's not a huge drama. A bit fast and it's free. Once you purchase it, it's free. You can't lose. Just try, that'll be enough. Now I've got the large and the medium, so that, I mean that's a bonus, but it's not needed. Get this filled up. The whole lot. put fertilizer in there, not seeds. God dang it. Okay, let's go and get some seeds. Plonk this up here and we'll get some seeds. See, with most of these things you can load them into a trailer, so we might do that so the tractor sit on the ground a little bit better. I didn't want to use a fertilizer, but I should have looked. I seen the green leaf, I'm like, yep, that's seeds. Didn't even think twice. Work. Pretty strong little flag, I can tell you that. Now we got seeds. Buy another one just to be sure, just to make sure we got enough. Doesn't take that long to load them up, so it's better to have more, and if we need, we can put this in the back of our seeder anyway. Takes a little bit longer, but I think it's just, yeah, got no weight on the tractor, so it's best for this to go that way, I reckon. Let's get it unloaded. Everybody's happy and it's growing. Alright, that's how we're going to leave with this episode. Hope you're safe and well. Hope everyone's great and happy. If you haven't already, please give us a like and a sub. We'll see you all again next time.